What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Coming at ya. Pineapple mango, unsweetened tea. You know I love my hint water. So now I'm promoting this because this is the bomb. No sugar. Flat out goodness. That's all it is. Flat out goodness. But let me get to my point. LeBron James, Karl Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are three of the most overrated scorers in NBA history. And the nerve of some people, in particular the media, to try to brainwash people to make us think that breaking records is the valid thing that means you're better than another player. Since when was breaking records meaning you're better than somebody? So you mean to tell me if I could hold my breath underwater longer than Michael Phelps, I'm a better swimmer than Michael Phelps? No. So you mean to tell me if I work 340 days, you work 365 days, you're better than me at work just because you came more days than me? Just because you went to work more days than me, you got a better attendance record? Does that really mean you're a better worker than me? For all you know, you could be an associate, I could be a supervisor. Talk to me. Now let me talk to you about this. LeBron James got the media all up in his control again because they're going to sit there and say, oh, he break Kareem record, he's the GOAT. Since when was breaking a scoring record meaning you the GOAT? Kareem Ben had that record. Nobody was calling him the GOAT. All right? As a matter of fact, we're going to get into a lot of these record-breaking things. And I'm going to tell you how overrated it is. For starters, LeBron James, Karl Malone, and Kareem, they're not natural scorers. They don't have a natural skill set. They're not dominant scorers. All right? Only one of them really have a go-to move, and that's Kareem. And that's just because he's a naturally big guy. So he gets points because of his height. He could get 10 to 15 points on height alone. All right? And he has an unstoppable hook shot. All right? He has a good go-to move, but he's not a per scorer. He can't shoot mid-range as good. All right? He can't take you off the dribble. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Magic Johnson stealing some of his finals MVPs, Kareem would have to probably play 25 years just to get on an all-time scorers list. You're lucky you play with Magic Johnson, dishing out those dimes to you to help you get some more points. And then it brings us to Karl Malone. You have John Stockton on your team dishing you your little play and go moves. But you surpassed Michael Jordan on the all-time scorers list. So according to this logic, Karl Malone is a better scorer than Michael Jordan? So if you're a better scorer than Mike, how come you couldn't beat Mike the two times you went to the NBA Finals? How come you and your partner, John Stockton, got donuts? 0. No finals wins. How come Mike was outscoring you? How come Mike was having devastating scoring than you? Karl Malone. Where's your 10 NBA scoring titles, Karl Malone? How come you can't beat Mike, Karl Malone, but you're going to surpass him on an all-time scorers list? That doesn't mean you're a better basketball player, and it don't mean you're a better scorer than Mike. Period. And who's the last guy? LeBron James. Guy that has no go-to moves, no real post-up moves, can't shoot free throws, a off-and-on shooter, a off-and-on three-point shooter. Actually, a bad three-point shooter. It only looks like that because he takes a high volume of threes, but he misses most of them. LeBron James is good from 0 to 3 feet from the basket, though, layups and dunks, when he's running people over L-train style. But that's not a scoring skill set now, is it? Since when was LeBron James a go-to scorer? The man said it himself, I'm a pass-first star, which is a load of bullshit because if you're a pass-first star, what the hell you doing averaging 20-plus points a game? Pass-first players don't average 20-plus points a game because they're busy passing the ball first. You're a ball-dominant basketball player that has limited offensive skill set. You are not a scorer, bro. And you're not a good scorer. You're not an effective scorer. Period. Instead, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Wilt Chamberlain are three of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Michael Jordan being the greatest scorer in NBA history. 10-time scoring champion, more than NBA history. Most devastating, effective scorer is Michael Jordan when it comes to wins. You want to get them things? Give Mike one All-Star, you get 6 of them. You want to get them dings? Give LeBron James multiple All-Stars. You still underachieve. Winning comes first. Now let's go to assists. Good old John Stockton, Mr. Zero, Mr. Donuts. He's the #1 leader for assist. John Stockton is all-time leader of assist. But I never hear nobody say he's better than Magic Johnson. People always say Magic Johnson's a better point guard. You know why? Because Magic Johnson kicked his ass and kicked a lot of other people's ass. Back in '88, Magic Johnson was winning rings. You was collecting donuts. Nigga, I got the pictures. I seen you. John Stockton. All you did was just play basketball longer. Magic Johnson was like, man, I've been there. You still chasing the championship? I got 5 of them. Karl Malone, you still chasing championships? Mike, I got 6 of them. LeBron James, you still chasing chips? Man, Kobe got more than you still. Tim Duncan got more than you still. You still doing this shit, dog? You still getting left back? What you guys are equivalent to high school left back. Okay? You're just like guys in high school that get left back. You've been in high school way too long. It's time to graduate, man. Everybody else is in college already getting degrees and partying and getting career jobs. LeBron James, you still underachieving. Karl Malone, you still underachieved. You went to the finals 3 times and got donuts. Played with Kobe Bryant and Shaq. Then played with, according to you guys' logic, the greatest point guard of all time, John Stockton. And John Stockton, you got 0. You played with one of the greatest scorers of all time. What a load of bullshit. Karl Malone ain't no greatest scorer of all time. Doesn't matter if he's on that all-time scorers list. If he was so much of a good scorer, and John Stockton was so much of a good point guard, they would have had championships because they're #1 in their categories, right? Or top 5 in their categories, right? What about rebounding? Most people will say it's Dennis Rodman for rebounding. But why is Wilt Chamberlain #1 on the all-time list for rebounding? Followed by Bill Russell, followed by Moses Malone. Is either one of those guys considered greater rebounders than Dennis Rodman? For the most part, most people will say it's Dennis Rodman. And then it comes down to Michael Jordan. No basketball player was more dominant than Michael Jordan during his time. Prime peak for peak. Period. LeBron James, if you're so much of a better scorer than Mike, how come you only got 1 scoring title? Well, only 182 seasons? Only 182 season played. 82 games played, excuse me. Why? Where's that durability at? Your durability is because you played such less games throughout your whole career. So you're just prolonging it. All you're doing is just getting left back and collecting L's. You could rank up all these stats all you want, but they mean jack shit if you can't win. Let your ass not go to the postseason this year. I don't give a fuck about your stats, but your cronies will. Same thing as last year. You guys care about the most dumbest shit when it comes to sports. Winning should always come first. Not some empty stat padding moments. All this guy doing is, man, I still got to catch up to Mike. Motherfucker, you didn't even catch up to Kobe with winning yet. You didn't catch up with Tim Duncan yet with winning. You didn't catch up with Kareem with winning. Only thing you're going to do is break his fucking record. But that's a record. Records are made to be broken, but individual accomplishments are never going to be broken. They stay with you forever. Forever, ever, ever. Okay? Team accomplishments stay with you forever. Those banners on hanged up on the risers, they stay with you forever. You can never take away those banners. You can never take away those individual accomplishments. Accolades. But breaking the record ain't no accolade. It's not an individual accomplishment. It's just a record. Hey, I can hold my breath underwater longer than you. Does that mean I'm better than you? No. Press Sports out. Peace.